Welcome back, rankers. I don't know whether you've noticed or not, but occasionally Google makes changes. This year we've seen probably 36 major changes. Joel Kriegsman, one of our developers, pointed out yet another major change that seems to be coming, or has at least been tested by Google. And it was brought to us by Patrick Oltoft, a UK SEO bloke, and he'd been using Google Chrome, and as we've explained before, what Google will do when it's about to roll out a new product, it will start to test it in the wild. So at any one time, you may be involved in a Google test, and that's what was happening with Patrick Oltoft. And what he found was something quite extraordinary. We're going to, by the looks of it, we're going to start seeing these new big snippets. Now, in Australia, we've only just had Google Instant rolled out. And for those of you who haven't seen Google Instant, then go and use Google Chrome and you'll find Google Instant. But basically what Google's always trying to do is speed things up. They're very big on speeding up the web and making the user experience more enjoyable, faster, more efficient, all those sorts of things. And it looks like this change is no different. And basically what it's doing is that when you hover over a result in the Google results pages, it will deliver you a snippet or a pop-up of that page without you having to go to the site. And it will also highlight the text that it thinks is relevant to the search that you've done that's on that page. So that means a lot of things for click-throughs. You're going to have a compelling page, regardless of whether you've ranked for the phrase or not. People are not going to click because they're going to see the page before they click. So it's got to be compelling. The other thing that you're going to have to do, which I would advise strongly, is to make sure that when you're targeting a key phrase and your keywords, that you give them some actual prominence on a page. This is one of the things that the Google Quality Score with AdWords was all about, is making relevant landing pages to the ads and the search that the user has done. And this will be no different. You're going to have to make sure that the page, when someone looks at it, it says exactly what they were searching for, or else they're not going to click through. The other thing that's happening, which I've started to notice, and Patrick's also mentioned, but something I've found just a bit curious the last few days, he's linking it to this new change, is that when you do a search now for a particular keyword, it used to be that you would get one entry and then another one indented. Now what we're seeing is multiple entries of the same of that result from the same site. So if you're pretty big on your brand, I would suggest right now that you go and test your brand and search it in Google Chrome and just see how many results are coming up and how many different sites they're from. If you've got an opportunity to get your brand on every page of your site, then I would strongly advise that, because it looks like Google, where it's relevant, is going to show multiple instances in the results from the same site. So big changes ahead, always interesting with Google, and that's it for this week. See you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.